If you're running an ad, you can still end up making the mistake of running the wrong ad, either advertising poorly or having the wrong media or doing it at the wrong time, or worse, having the wrong message and even in the wrong context. You want to make sure that the ads that you're running are going to be relevant to the people that you're trying to reach and targeting the audience that you're trying to reach in the medium that you're trying to reach them in. This is really important when it comes to making sure that the ads that you are running are being relevant and that you're actually using the right time to actually run these ads. So if you're doing something for the holiday, making sure you're running a holiday ad, making sure that the ads that you're running are contextual to the time frame. So if you're doing something during the summer, make sure you're using ads that are relevant to that season, using the elements, the colors, the type, the shapes that symbolize that season. Just make sure it's consistent and make sure you're actually using that for the people that you're trying to reach. The worst thing to do is not to run an ad at all and not missing out essentially on reaching the right potential customers. So you want to make sure that you're even targeting the right group. And now when you're using Facebook or Instagram or even LinkedIn to run ads, or if you're doing Google AdWords, that's fine too. Specifically for Facebook, you can create ads that are contextual. We're no longer living in an age where you're stuck and you're restricted to running one vanilla ad and then thinking that's going to work for every single demo that you're trying to reach. Every demographic, they think differently. It's different running an ad to someone who's say 25 and under to someone who's 35 and up who lives in the suburbs and they also have children. It's just a different type of language, and so you want to make sure that all the elements that you're using are going to be relevant to that audience, because you want your audience to engage with the content that you're creating and not doing like a shotgun approach of mass communication, and making sure that you're being unique and you're being very, very strategic and very deliberate in talking to the people. There are certain languages that are being used. There's certain slang terms that are being used amongst different cultures, and it also depends on where they are in the country. If you're doing something nationally, then the East Coast, the North versus the Midwest versus the West Coast, there are things that are different, and you want to make sure to be cognizant to make sure that you're using the language that's going to be unique and relative to them. And if you have to hire someone to create ads, then go ahead and do that. There's plenty of places online you can search for. If you don't have any experience, you end up running an ad. It doesn't necessarily mean that the ad didn't work. Maybe you just did a poor job at executing it. Maybe the demo was wrong. Maybe the creative was wrong. Maybe the call to action wasn't relevant toward what you were trying to get them to do. Maybe you're trying to reach a group of executives who don't mind reading the headlines of white papers, but yet you have a 5-minute or 3-minute video and they don't want to sit through it because they've got things to do. So you want to make sure that everything is in direct proportion to the people that you're trying to reach, and make sure that you are doing something that's compelling, especially when it comes to the call to action, saying, hey, here's a discount or a free sample of a product, or here is a 30-minute free coaching session. If you are a coach, give away free coaching sessions. Tell people, hey, you come in or you can call, we'll do a coaching session for you for free for 30 minutes. And these are some breakthroughs or some things that we've had, successes that we've had with people who've taken up on this free call. It doesn't necessarily mean clients who have been buying or prospects who have been buying. You can still run ads and you can still have a benefit to the people that are doing things for free, and having things set with a specific time limit so they know that it's not going to last forever, that there is a specific amount of time that they're going to be able to do this, and they have to act quickly. So having that immediate call to action and having it so that it's very time sensitive so people act with urgency. So having an ad and making sure the copy is directly related to what it is that will excite them or get them interested or get them curious even for what it is that you are trying to get them to do. So rather than saying, hey, we are the best chefs or the best restaurant in town, you can come in, you can have something that say, hey, we're having a promotion. You can come in and you can get a full course meal and a dessert for $2 for $20. I know that's something that Chili's ran. A couple of restaurants will do that. And that's, I think, like Applebee's, Chili's, restaurants of that nature, they will run things like that to get people to come in. And it works because you're saving them money, you're saving them time, you're adding more value, and you're making it known in the ad what your offering is. What's the unique sales proposition? What are you giving them? What's the value that you're adding to them to get them to come in and stop at your restaurant? Or you can just say, hey, we're just really nice people. There are restaurants that are also known for being nice. There are restaurants that are known for being closed on Sundays. There are restaurants for having great sandwiches or a new burger out, and it sells out quickly because it's popular, because it gains momentum, and you can run ads against that. And ads are so underpriced right now, especially if you're using Facebook and Instagram. They're ridiculously underpriced. So no matter what market you're in, you can throw up an ad, you can have someone help you with the creative, you can have someone help you set up the ad demo, and you can just do it yourself. You can test it out, put a few dollars in, run it, see how it does. And once you find something that works, it'll scale. And what's interesting about using things like Facebook is that Facebook will automatically stop it if it's not working. So if you're running an ad and the ad isn't performing the way that it should, Facebook will stop it, or they'll reaccolate the dollars to ads that are running, and it will even do it for a longer period of time. So if you put $50 or $100 in and you have it set for a 30-day mark, so you're running in $50 for 30 days, but they only ended up using $30 of it, they'll let you know, hey, we only end up using $30 for this ad for the month because we found something that didn't work. We wanted to focus and stretch that longer. And you may be able to make that last for 2 months instead of just one. So it's a great opportunity to go ahead and do that. Make sure you're running ads. Try it out, test it. If it doesn't work, you try something else. If you're uncomfortable, find someone to help you create the ads and give it a shot and see how it goes. You have nothing to lose by getting the attention for your product, your service, your offering in your business in 2019. Thank you for listening. And as always, for any tips, news, and reviews, stay tuned right here to Giftbox Creative.